we just want to thank Shaykh Mohammad ElShinawy for coming over for our YM regional event. Alhamdulillah, we had youth from all over North Jersey come out, and we had, mashallah, a very good turnout. So Jazakallah khairan for coming out for this lecture. We will have dinner served in a little bit, but before we do that, we're just going to listen to a very short khatirah from our respected Shaykh. Jazakallah khairan.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. So I'm gonna make this quick and painless, inshallah. Okay, I promise. Bismillah wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. So I spoke a little bit with the youth about a concept that we just need to, treat with a little dose of honesty, which is the fact that many of us that do pray may see the prayer as an interruption, right? Not an opportunity to fix things and better things and climb and ascend. We don't see that us going down is actually the way that we elevate and rise. It's just, I need to make asr because dinner is waiting, right? Something I need to just get out of the way to move on with my actual life. But as like cognitive scientists that talk about the way we think and what goes wrong with human thinking processes and stuff, they say that life is not just the number of years that you live, right? Your life is only as long as you experience it to be, right? So if someone feels like life is just a grind, right, and they never really pull out and smell the roses, as they say, and stuff, then it doesn't really matter if you live 10 years or you live 70 years, right? And that is the exact idea that Allah Azza wa Jal poses when He instructs us to make sure we are diligent with our salah. That you take away from your life moments for salah, and that will be the very thing that infuses your life and provides you in life, right? Like, let's say, for example, I don't make my salah on time because of some money, or I could lose out on some money. For example, right? Like I miss out on a deal, or I don't sell my bitcoins in time, or my boss is gonna see me, and right? Or even studies. Like I really want to pray, but I gotta finish the paper. When you don't stop and pray on time, neither will you have prayed, nor will you get done what you left the prayer to do, because your life at that moment will be stripped of the barakah, right? Of the value itself. You will not experience benefit from the time that you chose not to pray in. Where is this in the Quran? Allah Azza wa Jal says, وَأْمُرْ أَهْلَكَ بِالصَّلَاةِ وَاصْطَبِرْ عَلَيْهَا. O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, instruct your family to pray and be heavily, patient on that. It's hard work, لَا نَسْأَلُكَ رِزْقًا. We're not asking you to spend on us. Not like, get a deduction in your pay and give it to Allah. No, we're not asking you for any of the rizq that you're going to miss out on. نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُكَ. We are the ones that will provide for you. وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلتَّقْوَى. And the end game, the ultimate destination, will be for the people of piety. Meaning we're going to provide for you here, and that's just going to be your first installment for the greatest reward there. You're going to get the best of both worlds. So really, when you think about salah, you're thinking about like dunya and akhirah. It is all or none. And there's a beautiful story that I'll summarize for you. There was a man who was very wealthy off of haram means. His name was Abdullah ibn Marzuq, rahimahullah. He used to be a loan shark. He used to lend people money and take back more money. Riba, super haram, right? So he was actually a good friend of one of the wealthiest Khalifas in Islamic history, Al-Mahdi Al-Abbasi. So one time when he was hanging out, he used to hang out with Al-Mahdi, and Allah knows best what they would do at the party, whether it was haram or halal. And you shouldn't say these things based on speculation, but they used to party together. They used to hang out at night and party together and stuff. Some would speculate they drank. So one time, the servant girl, like one of the waitresses basically, right? She's walking through and she finds him sleeping. Like, like a party animal that just like fell asleep from like, drinking too much or dancing too much or whatever it was, right? Sleeping, and he slept through the prayers. He's just sleeping, Dhuhr is passing, Asr is passing, and she's just doing her rounds, going through the corridors. She was carrying the incense burner. She's just responsible, making sure the place smells fresh. The incense burners, put the coal and the incense on it, makes it. So she was so disgusted from like this, these heathens or hedonists or whatnot. And so she kind of like just threw the coal at his foot. She was just disgusted at them. And so he got up and, his foot burned. And so he said, "What was that?" I'm not sure if she said sorry or not, whatever. Maybe she did. Acted like it was a mistake. But she said to him, "That was the fire of this world and you couldn't handle it. So what about the fire of the next world?" And subhanAllah, it was like that moment, historians, the biographers say, that he had like a whole change in his whole life. And he just became one of the most devout worshippers of Allah. He did like a complete U-turn. And one of the ways that he apologized to Allah Azza wa Jal is that he gave away all of his money to try to like make up for his past, to show Allah how genuine he was. And you don't have to do that Islamically. You don't have to give up. You have to give up your profits from riba. You get to keep your capital. But he wanted to go above and beyond to show Allah, he was really sorry. So he gave up everything. And so one day, the two greatest scholars of his time in his region, you hear their names in every khutbah or in so many times, Al-Fudayl ibn Iyad and Sufyan ibn Uyayna, very famous names, like, global names in the Ummah. They passed by and they found this guy, this like banker, on the ground, no shoes on, sleeping on a brick. So they're like, subhanAllah, like this is that guy, like look how things have changed. And so they said to him, I think Al-Fudayl rahimahullah said to him, "Listen, I know that nobody gives up anything for Allah except that Allah replaces him with something better. So what did Allah give you?" Like he's telling him, "I know Allah. Allah is a shakur. He's the appreciating. Allah will not make you wait for the day of judgment for your reward. You gave up all this dunya for Allah. What did Allah give you?" So he said to the Imam, he said to Al-Fudayl, "Ar-rida bima ana fi." He made me content with this condition of mine. Yes, I look outwardly poorer and more miserable than ever. I have never been more content in life. I have never been happier in life. Allah made me rich in here. Right? And so that's the thing. Don't be that blindfolded person that counts life with like minutes and hours and dollars and cents. It is about what Allah gives you of experiences that actually makes life worth living. And so whenever you take away from your schedule few short minutes to pray on time and pray right, know that Allah will rush to you something even better than what you gave up. And that would be your first installment, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakallah khairan. I don't want to stay between you and the burgers, pizza, whatever's back there. Inshallah. Barakallah feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Everyone sit down for one quick second. All right, so we're going to have food right now. So if you guys can make 2 lines, and if you guys have already paid for your food, you can go to the table at the very back near the wall. If not, then there should be some people there willing to get the cash from you guys. Inshallah.